welcome back to my channel lagi guys ya. Jadi kembali lagi bersama gue di sini guys ya. Jadi kali ini kita tidak bermain dulu guys, karena kita kali ini akan nonton bareng lagi guys ya. Nonton bareng MPL, yaitu pertandingan antara Geekfam dan juga Alterego nih guys ya. Oke, jadi gua baru pertama kali nih nge-reaction atau nonton secara live atau langsung nih guys. Oke, jadi di sini pertandingan antara Geekfam dan juga Alterego nih guys ya. Oke, jadi ini per Alterego ini tas guys, tas Fredrin ya. Oke, jadi di sini Ninonya ditekan coy.
They want to try to make it even, if not in favor of them for the gold lane.
I was wondering what Rossi was doing there. He was matching Bolesky's, but once Bolesky went to the top side, he wasn't there to really back Nino up. Fortunately, no casualties thus far, but Paz really trying to push his advantage right here. Oh, taken just like that. 17 seconds until the turtle. You can see everyone gravitating. But it's like whoever gets into the right situation, the right position first, will have a huge advantage.
Yeah, Tadera has taken already heaps of gold there on the shield, on the tower.
Oke, jadi pertarungannya ada di bawah coy.
Maybe exactly what he needed to be able to come out on top. But now the turtle has spawned. Both of these junglers are actually on the same level. With Hazel stepping in for Rave. Does he have what it takes?
Oh, famous fighter from Pi, a good stun from Rossi as well. That's a great stun of the voice. Great Taz.
Nice.
Utilize this chaos and even go for more. Now a big block over to Luke and avoid forcing the black shoes. 2 for 1 and the turtle for alter ego going for more on the purple buff. Luke will have to respect this, will have to back away, but Taz will respect it too. He knows how fast the boxer can come back.
Hazel steals the turtle actually.
Yes.
So right before he goes down, amidst all that chaos, he won the retry battle against what's supposed to be a free turtle for Taz.
It was a big decisive play right there, and I do believe that Alterego felt like he was going to get taken out before it was even a factor, but look at this, 2v2. Smashes, stuck there with the vengeance, and the world bouncing back and forth. You're right, man. That was crazy. Because he was isolated, would get the turtle for free, and he walks up with no hesitation and just retries. Completely different from the last week. Exactly. Now with that kind of confidence in the retribution department, that's a big difference, a big adaptation that Alterego has to do, right? Now even if Taz is isolated, as in he has full control over the visual objective, he needs to be careful.
Ini tim Alterego agak badak ya guys ya. Anjir, kalian lihat guys ya, badak semua lah Alterego itu. Walaupun di ulti sama Arlot gak ada yang mati cok. Anjir.
Diving in to the turret and then they lose the trade. That was supposed to be in their favor.
I do feel like it's some sense of urgency of trying to make a play happen. On the box, yeah, you're relying on a huge amount of clear. The fact that your the first skill, your shield, really kind of like reset the cooldown whenever you hit like a big jungle minion or a hero, right? So you can clear a lot faster, but afterwards you do feel kind of pressure to try and find something afterwards, and you can't really have the same kind of gank pressure that a Fredrin does. So you're forced to just try and use that speed, and sometimes it just needs you to be under the turret.
Oke, Nino udah jadi lifesteal ya guys ya.
Members down below, final slash cancelled out by the stun, and even
nice.
back to the turret. Bolesky
Nice, itu dia guys.
Slash down, but it's when he's too low to use the vengeance. Hazel.
Ini gila sih guys ya. Tas nih kalau udah pakai junglernya nggak ngotak cok.
5 man up. It looks like
Jadi jungler orang ini
they are
sama-sama
trying to
kuat nih
delay
guys
this
ya,
just a little
sama-sama
bit more,
OP
but
guys.
Hazel goes in on Rassi.
Over with the last insanity too. Blows up. That's a retreat battle
Oke,
here.
sampai
It's gonna be
dapat ya.
Taz who wins it out this time around. No mistake
Kalian
about
lihat
that.
nih guys ya,
Genera
retry-nya bukan
purifies
retry
out
Nomaret
the
cok.
top. Even with Pi jumps in with that bravest fighter. A lot of back and forth action right here. But Alterego has always been the more decisive one. But Whiskey, fancy movements there, but did not land it.
Ini setahu gua Tas nih pemain evos dulu sih guys ya, pemain evos dulu karena dia dikeluarkan nggak tahu gak gara-gara apa dikeluarkan dari evos nih guys ya. Padahal skillnya boleh guys.
Yeah, looks like Alter Ego, they understand the difference in the gold lane, right? Right now, Chidera is leading in gold, so they want to make it 3 winning lanes. And what do? They try to find a rotation on it. They try to find a gank on it. But with him already rotating up, he's not going to get it. As a 1v1 fight between both of the EXP leaders does ensue. Doesn't amount to anything just yet.
That's the kind of lane you expect coming in from Pi going up against Luke. Both playmakers, both aggressive.
Oke, kalau dari segi duit ini masih seri nih guys ya, masih seri nih guys ya. Wah, hampir mati loh tuh si Luke-nya cok. Untung aja armornya udah full guys ya.
Yeah, it's starting to show. Here, he's rolling down in the bottom lane.
Gila, Pai mundur Pai. Wah, anjir, sumpah. Sama-sama badak orang ini cok.
Fancy plays from Pi. That means it's a 3-man gang attempt on the bot side that did not amount to anything. Alterego will be able to trade it back for a turret. As you can see, man, it's just speed and outplays happening all across the map. A boy, but he actually decides to bite it back as the black shoes jump around.
Ini Lilia nih termasuk hero ngeselin juga guys. Tuh, dari ngespamnya lo nggak ngotak anjir. Damage-nya beruntun tuh nih guys ya. Wah, kali ini Geekfam mendapat nih guys ya, tetapi ini dong ngebantai. Nice Pai. Nice, mantap. Ini antara jungler nih guys ya, antara jungler nih.
A 4-4-1 trade. Huge win for Alter Ego, the 3-face map.
Sesama jungler aja sama-sama badak loh.
Goes in on Krypto.
Wah, mati.
Gets back to full HP. It's a bait. It's a trap that leads into Taz. But it might be a double bait. It might be a double
Gila
trap.
secretnya guys
No,
ya.
it's not.
Gila
The baitception
secretnya.
from both these teams. But man, Alter Ego, they're looking to really ignore the mutual objective. They go for it, but they have no issue letting go of it if geekfam are
Oke,
using
dari
all
segi
these
duit ini
ultimates
masih
to try and
unggulan
secure
Alterego nih guys ya.
retribution.
Beda-beda
What happens,
tipis
they
ini.
just keep going, and without enough escapes now, they're going for another fight though. Over to Nino,
Di sini Nino-nya yang diincar guys.
They are split around. Alter Ego are playing this really well.
Awas Nino, jangan mati Nino. Oke, nice.
Hazel jukes away from Pi. Good maneuvers to go towards that bottom lane turret, but now with no XP lane, they'll be forced back.
2,700 gold lead already now for Alter Ego, and in the previous team fight, Pi was doing so much work in the backline as well.
Kali ini nampak sih guys ya, Alterego sudah mendominasi nih guys. Sudah menguasai setengah mapnya guys ya.
These team fights have been impressive. And it feels like geekfam, they're the ones that are scattered.
Belum ada yang tumbang cok, turret Alterego cok.
Like they're on the same page in a way.
Because Luke's whole idea is to try and get Nino, right? They're trying to barrel down and pinch him against the wall. But unfortunately, Alterego comes in from the side, not from behind Nino. And because of that, they're just constantly worrying about a big I'm offended play or a bravest fighter play. Now we're back to the same Lord Den scenario. And I think you can really expect Alterego to go for a big fight first before going for something like a 50-50. They know they don't have to.
But even now,
Gila sih nih guys ya, strategi Alterego ini gila cok.
to get this time.
Salut gua anjir.
Bravest fighter poke. You don't see that a lot. It's almost like he uses it to get out of the situation, and then was like, hey, I can kind of use this right now. And with that, without Beloyski, they will let go of the Lord.
Uncontested.
Lord sudah diamankan oleh tas ya guys ya.
Uncontested. On the back of that play from Pi, with Beloyski so low, they didn't have anyone to initiate. Unless they wanted to go for just pure damage from Luke, but I don't think they wanted to risk it, especially without the perfect 50-50 chance with the Retribution.
You have to look at how little time geekfam has to really plan out what to do. And every second, once it seems like the fight is over, the Lord take is over, before you know it, alterego are already on to the next thing. And geekfam just seem bewildered, like, okay, whoa, are they doing this now already? They scramble to try and get into position, but they're always one step behind because of it. Boys trying to clear. That Lilia damage is starting to be
cukup rapi guys ya orang yang mainnya guys.
There's a chance alterego are strong enough to go for a base target.
Benar-benar rapi cok posisinya.
They have an export, they have a boy on that Lilia. Secondly for the Lord, they got that shred for Chidera, from Chidera. Right, that's percentage HP damage. And against the Lord, the Baksha can also reset the shield. As you can see, Hazel just spamming it. So they can clear the Lord very, very easily. And alterego understands that. Won't try and go for anything too risky. They're perfectly content just caging geekfam into their own base.
Oke, jadi di sini geekfam sudah tertekan. Hanya bisa dalam base ini guys ya.
But even then, they're still unable to take down the base turrets from Geek, which means they're falling back. Discipline plays here from alterego. Taz looks like he's opening up a little bit of the vision. There is some screaming in the audience that I am not sure what it is about.
You never know.
You never
Screams
know.
of joy? Question mark.
I mean, yeah,
Possible.
it was coming from alterego.
Well, going back to the game here, that's a lot of damage, man. Divine Glaive, Lightning Truncheon, already completed for Crichton. That's the kind of burst.
Anjir damage-nya guys.
The big issue for geekfam is that Taz is just standing out there menacingly, and Floyd all the way in the front gets terrified, but we are able to beat Rossi with an invincible, or actually invisible. I'm offended. I wasn't too
Mati
invincible.
Beloyski tadi guys ya.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Itu kalau ada si Ruby tadi habis itu guys ya.
to really try and threaten him. It's looking very similar to the last game of the previous match. Here's a player's gold by Ube's gold though. Nino so far ahead of everyone else. 9k?
Oh man.
1.5k above the second highest, which is quite.
Jadi Nino paling unggul nih guys ya. Dari segi duitnya paling unggul cok.
A lot of farming to do if they want to equalize. And look at the positioning. Alterego, they know that they have the mobility and escapes. They don't need to just move as 5. They put 1 on top, 3 in the middle, 1 on the bottom. It's the same good old 1-3-1 rotation from alterego.
Despite
Oke,
all that
Lord
effort
sudah
coming from Beloyski in the
muncul.
early game to help Chidera
Kali
out,
ini
that
akan
1v1
perang di lore nih guys ya.
in the end,
Akan memperebutkan lore yang kedua nih guys ya.
and the problem is now he's already behind, and being on a carry, he doesn't have that much range either, and with so much CC from alterego, with only 1 purify,
Wah ini udah versi lengkap sih guys, versi lengkap guys. Sumpah nggak ngefek looknya cok. Anjir, sumpah nggak ngefek dari exbornya cok multi guys.
We finally get to see that again,
Gila,
and this
sumpah.
is a free lord again.
Cantik sih guys ya,
for the
gue lihat
three-face mask.
permainan orang ini cantik semua cok. Sumpah rapi bener kayak.
The HP bars of 3 members from Geekfam before anything even happens.
Oke, ini kalau Ninonya waduh. Ninonya belum ada mati sih guys ya, fix.
And see Halberd.
Udah alterego megang nih
He's
guys.
just relying on the natural shielding and the regen coming in from his emblem to really beat that tanky member. Aside from that, he's just going all in on the damage. And Geekfam, they're just too focused on Cryte, focused on Nino. They thought like, okay, we can tank some Lapu Lapu damage. They thought wrong.
Is this a common build for a Lapu Lapu?
No, I don't think so. Usually it's a Hunter Strike, and then for the most part just tankiness. Pi is just pushing the advantage, knowing that his team is ahead, that he can get away with it. He goes for it. And now with the Lord in town, seems like Alterego are going for
Oke,
it.
dari segi item nih udah hampir full nih guys ya. Udah hampir full item
It
ini.
seems like it's still possible, but now Geekfam, they're the ones defending, and Alterego are the ones who have to get creative about the invade. With Pi going full damage, can they really find an opening with that?
The boys clear just too good, really. They were able to actually deny the three-way push just by
Kalau sampai
clearing.
late gamesnya agak susah juga geekfam nih guys ya, karena orangnya
It's gonna be a very tough
cuman
time for
ngandalkan dari
Alterego
Arlot nih kak.
the Lord, 'cause Geek, like I mentioned earlier,
Cuman ngandalkan
Lilia,
Baloiski nih guys ya.
the X4 with the Boxia and the carry, all four of these heroes have aspects that make them so good at clearing the Lord itself. Later on though, I feel like if you're talking about an opening to really crack open the base, they have to like match the waves, right? Gather the Geekfam together and then go for a big play. But at this point, I don't think they want to risk it just yet.
It feels a little risky though,
For sure.
right? I mean, if Rossi is going defense, then maybe they can rely on Rossi, but can they rely on Pi to look for an opening that we're usually accustomed to seeing with that build?
See, I think it depends on what you mean by opening, right? If he
An initiation.
right, so Pi, even though he is quote unquote full damage, he can still initiate by landing the big stuns, the big skills. Afterwards, though, he won't be able to survive for very long. So if he does want to go for it, Alterego as a whole needs to understand that it's going to be a small window, and they have to go all in and go for more of a burst kind of deal, not a full-on long-term defense.
Because
Agak
considering
rada-rada
this is
centil juga si
Chidera
Abu
not at
ini
full
guys ya.
items yet as well, right? So when he gets to that point,
Cuman rese sih guys ya, Liliannya rese banget cok, sumpah.
that Pi coming in is like an instant disappearance.
Oke, jadi di sini yang megang krat ya guys, waduh. Damage-nya guys ya.
Even at full items, there's still a bit of time that's required for you to shred someone down. Compared to something like a Bruno that has crit damage, you chunk down HP bars.
Geekfamnya juga susah apa gimana tebak ininya guys ya, Valentinanya guys ya, karena nggak tahu Valentinanya ngambil ulti siapa nih cok. Jadi harus wanti-wanti si Geekfam.
Whoa, what is that? That was an I'm offended. Another invisible one for Rossi.
Masih ngambil ancang-ancang, masih ngambil
Getting into the
ancang-ancang.
tally, yeah, but Beloyski gets Gright, forcing the Black Shoe Tans, two-man taunt. Pi still waiting. Let's go for the initiation now. With the conceal.
Kalian lihat guys ya, darah Alterego aja masih full semua loh anjir.
Like Rossi got to play, but Beloyski kind of flinched it somehow. The interaction was kind of caught me off guard. Now it's back to the same situation, but Alterego, they have a base turret, so they're playing it very disciplinedly, and they're not allowing the Lilia, the explorer from Geekfam, to really get that kind of poke damage before the real big fight, and that's really severely limiting the possibility of coming on top on these fights.
Masih mancing lore-nya nih guys ya. Masih maju mundur nih guys.
Geekfam are in a pinch, when Geekfam are behind, it's usually on the back foot of a big play coming in from Beloyski. Rossi.
Final flash not connecting. The taunt does though. And now they're looking to shred Taz down. He is very,
Ini
very
tas
low.
nggak boleh mati sih guys ya. Kalau mati hancur nih.
Hopped in by a boy, and Alterego are able to disengage really well. But Geekfam are holding on. Final splash on the Christ. Now the burst down as well. Has the black shoes and gets out barely. Rossi looking for the opening
Ngeri-ngeri
once again.
sedap gua lihat orangnya coy. Ini kalau tas mati udah sih fix guys ya. Nasibnya berubah sih.
By the way, look at how they managed to wave up top, Geekfam. They set up for a bit of a push, and even though it looks like it was going to be a hard push, the fact that Alterego has empowered waves, with the base turret taken down. Oh wait, Pi is going to
Wah, dapat cok sama rubinya guys.
Jumping also onto Nino.
Nice.
Doesn't use it just yet. Has a roll go meteor and does so much damage back to a boy. Cries! Flickers forward to claim the unstoppable. Up against a boy. And Pi comes back to the team fight. Luke has the mortality pop. Now the Faraga armor too. And one last shot from Gright. It's a double kill. 3 members taken down. They want to look for the end right here, right now.
Langsung end sih
Hazel,
guys
the
ya.
only one left standing, was still able to
Nggak
get that
ngelor lagi nih guys,
buff up. But
fix
with
sih.
this, with Chidera, will he be able to clear
Ini
enough and on
anjir.
time with 5 members and knocking down, wanting, waiting for their demise?
Ayo guys. Masih berdua. Nice, mantap jiwa Pai.
My goodness!
Wah,
That
gila,
burst
ayo,
from the
Cok.
full damage.
Nice.
Lapu is
Sumpah,
too much for
mantap, guys,
Geekfam
ya.
to handle. This is your winning moment presented by Samsung Galaxy A55 5G.
Ini
And it still ends up
Oke, rekor
with
pertama dipegang oleh
alterego
Alterego nih guys ya,
winning
1-0. Oke,
I'm
lanjut
done
ke ronde keduanya guys ya.
utility,
See you next time guys, bye bye.
Let me go for the damage.